Hi, ArcfieldWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday morning, June 22nd. Kind of an unstable day in the Mid-Atlantic region. It will become unsettled with a stationary front becoming the focus area of some showers and thunderstorms. Certainly the threat exists for some heavy rainfall later on this afternoon into tonight and on the day Thursday, with some strong thunderstorms possible in the Mid-Atlantic region. There's kind of a tendency for that higher likelihood to be just on the western side of the I-95 corridor region. For example, the D.C. suburbs west of the metro area, the Virginia suburbs on the western side of Washington, D.C., and all the way up north across central Pennsylvania. But even some heavy rainfall and some strong thunderstorms can kind of drift over into, let's say, the southeastern part of Pennsylvania as well. Again, we're talking late this afternoon and especially tonight into the day on Thursday. This is the surface weather map as we begin the day here on Wednesday, with just a weak low pressure area up across the eastern Great Lakes. But this is a frontal system that will again become the focus area for some shower and thunderstorm activity late today and tonight. It'll tend to drift around, maybe even drift a little bit to the south and west. A band of pretty appreciable showers and embedded rumbles of thunder actually pushing from north to south in this fashion. That is nothing to worry about right now as far as the Mid-Atlantic region is concerned, and there is nothing really on radar right now. So this is a kind of an hour by hour kind of a forecast problem here for later today and tonight to see where this heavy rain really develops. Again, the threat exists for pretty much anywhere in the Mid-Atlantic region for some heavy rainfall and some strong storms, and a tendency for that highest likelihood to be on the western side of the immediate I-95 corridor region. Well, let's go through a couple of versions of the NAM model. This is the 12-kilometer resolution NAM model from 6Z last night. Just starting off here with the 500 millibar vorticity field. Kind of an unusual pattern in that a lot of the showers and storms that develop later today could actually be moving from northeast to southwest. And we'll see here in a moment here this deep upper level low situated over the western Atlantic Ocean. Look at the northerly flow right along the coastline as we begin the day here on Wednesday. Let's move forward now in an hourly fashion. Really strong winds here just on the west side of that low as it retrogrades, moves back towards the eastern seaboard here, going on through the midday, and then here we are now later on in the afternoon. Notice a couple of spokes of energy here kind of rotating around, again from northeast to southwest, or really from north to south. General flow from north to south right along the eastern seaboard, but again it's hard to pinpoint exactly where these heavy showers and strong thunderstorms will develop later on today. Again, it'll be kind of an hour by hour forecast issue by using the latest radar, but anywhere in the Mid-Atlantic region, especially to the west of the immediate I-95 corridor region. Here we are now overnight tonight, still situated just off the eastern seaboard, a vigorous upper level low. Look at this, by the time we get to tomorrow morning, strong upper level low just off the east coast, continuation of northerly flow and unstable conditions. Again, there can even be some localized flooding in the overnight hours going into the day on Thursday. Places, for example, west of D.C., those Virginia suburbs, Manassas out that way, maybe Culpeper out that way on the western side of D.C., but even in southeastern PA, east central Pennsylvania, maybe even to the western part of New Jersey, can be some heavy rainfall in the overnight hours. Probably not as far north and east as New York City, but even there, it certainly is on the table that there can be some heavy shower activity. Let's go a bit longer into the day on Thursday. Here we are now into the middle part of the day, and that upper level low tends to stop in its tracks in terms of its retrogression back towards the eastern seaboard. It kind of pushes a little bit to the north and weakens by the time we get to Thursday evening. Now let's take a look at the precipitation forecasted by these two versions of the NAM model. Again, right here we're looking at the 12-kilometer version. Then we'll take a look at the higher resolution version. hour by hour basis as we begin the day here. Actually, let's move a little forward into the current time right here. This is from the 06Z run. Again, this band moved from north to south off the coast right now. Not an issue for most of the Mid-Atlantic region, but as we go through the day, all of a sudden some showers will form on radar. We'll notice that by the middle of the day, some cells starting to show up here, and as we move forward here, even some heavier bands of showers anywhere from the Delmarva Peninsula, and again, kind of a tendency for a higher chance. The immediate I-95 corridor region cuts pretty much right through D.C. and then on towards Philadelphia. And this is the area to really watch. It could set up to be kind of a zone of some heavy rainfall, maybe some training, what we call training, where thunderstorms move over the same region. In this case, they'll be moving from north to south, perhaps over the same region, increasing the chances for flooding in those particular areas. Now, let's keep moving forward here. Again, this is the 12-kilometer version. Now we're into the early evening hours. Again, some heavy cells here, some strong thunderstorms, a possibility. Again, a tendency right along I-95 and to places to the west of there. Notice not much going on in New Jersey, for example, but some of these will drift over southeastern Pennsylvania in the overnight hours and into the western part of New Jersey. But again, notice this potential for training. Let's back up a little bit here. We'll just watch this movement from north to south, and pretty much when you get cells like this moving over the same areas, that's what we call training, and that sets up the potential for some flash flooding right here along this particular zone. Now, if in fact it forms right there, that's your highest chance for some flash flooding. A little bit to the west is a possibility, a little bit to the east, something we'll have to watch for. This is going now all the way into early tomorrow morning, and it's at this time where that upper level feature starts to kind of lose its punch. Certainly can be some showers continuing into the day on Thursday. Here we go, finally by tomorrow evening it starts to kind of push off to the north and tends to weaken. Now let's wrap up with the higher resolution version of the NAM model. This is the 3-kilometer resolution version from the 6Z operational run. And watch on an hourly basis, here's that initial band that's offshore, no problem, but then all of a sudden it just kind of explodes with some showers and thunderstorms across south central Pennsylvania. This is just midday today, just a few hours from now, into the D.C. metro region, and certainly some of this can be heavy at times, early afternoon, mid-afternoon, and even kind of an impressive band that actually, let's back up again, actually moves from north to south or northeast to southwest. Watch that as it moves to the south and west. So this is now later on in the afternoon, Delmarva Peninsula, central Pennsylvania, even some isolated bands across northeastern Pennsylvania, certainly south and west of D.C. And again, this is the zone perhaps with the highest probability of some heavy rainfall, some training on the western side of I-95, the western suburbs, the Virginia suburbs of D.C., Culpeper out that way, maybe Chantilly, Manassas, certainly a little bit farther west of there, up across central Pennsylvania. Let's now keep moving forward here. Another band forms by late in the afternoon, early evening. It drops from the north to the south through D.C., and we'll have to watch. Some of these may drift over into southeastern PA and New Jersey in the overnight hours. The threat certainly continues into the morning on Thursday. This is now right around 7, 8 a.m. on Thursday. Notice this kind of band kind of did shift a little bit to the east in the overnight hours from the central part of PA, D.C., all the way into southeastern Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania. New Jersey, New York City kind of spared the worst effect of this, it looks like. But it's something we'll have to keep an eye on as the radar unfolds later on today. And this is sitting on top of the same region tomorrow morning. So again, we'll have to watch for potential for some heavy rainfall, maybe even some flash flooding into the eastern part of Pennsylvania, but certainly D.C. and west central Pennsylvania, be on the lookout for some localized flash flooding overnight tonight into the morning hours on Thursday. That's it for now. For ArcfieldWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.